Well, by God, this day and age, I have been saying I will be a man of my word. Unlike, I think, kind of sub famously, I've always said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I never did any of the things. So I said there would be like a panel, and oh my God, I'm by myself right now. This is so embarrassing. Nobody showed up. Wait a second here. What's cook? Hey, holy shit. Okay. What's up, fellas? You've been chilling there in the background this whole time.
How did I get here? Where am I?
Seriously, this is some kind of
Did
job,
someone say
y'all.
Candyman 3 times again? Y'all got to stop doing that.
No, dude, that's like legit. The first horror movie that ever actually scared me back in the day was that damn film, and I love it for all those reasons.
Perfect.
Twisted, Katie. So I haven't managed to multi-stream in a hot minute, and I wish I could make this. So it's a little okay. That's better.
Oh, now we're
Um,
all equal.
yeah, that's what I was aiming for. So
We
let,
are
let
real
me let
people.
me preface real quick. First off, this amazing little panel right here are some of the very first people that ever went and joined me on a live panel, and kind of like I don't know a toast to that in the sober way. I suppose I just wanted to spend time with these cats. They've all just been throughout all nonsense and insanity, and we y'all know what I'm talking about on the YouTube streets. Freaking smacking people in real life, and I don't know if you guys heard Liver King is hunting down Joe Rogan in Texas.
Is
Uh,
he? Nice.
yeah, he's been streaming, and he actually took his whole family, and he believes he needs to have a combat sport fight with Joe Rogan for $1 million to go to charity so that he can somehow, I don't know, get credibility out of it. But enough of that.
Regardless of how that ends, like, even if he beats up Joe Rogan, it's not going to dismiss the fact that he lied to everybody about the steroids. That's why we're mad at him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something to
I
the
mean, he's not lying.
yeah. I mean, it was so egregious, like something to the tune of 10K a month. That guy was spending on steroids. I mean, he didn't just do a little lie; he just went all out.
I mean, yeah, I know it was a ton. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 10 grand, which is wild.
How do you guys follow on this
I've
kind of?
heard, I've heard, I've heard higher ones. People offering like 50 grand to go do like. YouTube gets crazy.
No kidding. Speaking of that, I would be. Feel free, anybody here, to tell me like, nah, let's do this later. I was on your live earlier, Actions, my old friend. There was you had a little fan that kept on coming in with a different name. Everything okay in that area?
We just got the Seafowls knows, you know. I don't even gotta say no names, but it's just that same old person, Mister uh, breaking. Yeah, he knows.
Okay, I mean that's
Breaking, breaking, breaking feathers.
it's unfortunate to hear that some of the stuff that I
Yeah,
thought
they're
was
trying to, trying to attack me and my mom and where I'm at, and just the same old shit, kind
see, man. I thought we all kind of learned from everything that's happened in our collective lives. The one that had it right from the get go, I gotta say, Shade.
of.
You
Hey,
saw it
Yeah.
early on, and you were like, "I'm gonna just exit stage right here. This is not worth it."
No,
There is a little echo from your end, my G actions. Just a little bit. Sorry. You're good when you speak. You can unmute. But Shade, I'm very curious about you, man. Like you did, I think, at some point decide to just go off grid, essentially, right?
well, yeah, do my own thing.
I
Like
mean,
I'm not tied to this in any way, shape, or form. I'm
oh
like,
no, you're not tied to anything in regards to anything. Like you're literally
no,
just living your best life. You're doing your thing.
yeah, yeah.
But at one point, weren't you trying to make a channel of some kind on YouTube?
Was
Yeah, like a gaming thing, was it, or a
Yeah.
vlogging thing?
Yeah.
Have you pretty
But
much given up on that?
no. Just don't. I mean, I don't have time. You know,
Yeah, real
time
life.
time.
Hey, it's good to see you, Social Darker. I haven't seen you in a while, though. It's good to see you,
Yeah.
man. Been a couple
Good.
years.
Yeah. But time is a thing, man. Like time will get you. Got to keep up with your bills. Got to keep up with life.
And the body really seems to, like, I'm feeling it more so than ever as I get older. I'm doing a job I probably would have been way better suited for 10 years ago, and now that I'm doing physical labor, I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I gotta melt into that bed, and it's a struggle to get out of it. But you know what? I'd choose that any day over relying on YouTube to be,
Yeah.
what I need to get
I
by.
mean,
It's just too much for me.
I still like playing games. I play games all the time. I don't care to do nothing but play my games, go to work, pay my bills, and yeah, that's it for me. I'm good.
It's wisdom. I mean, simplicity is often the best path to travel, I think. Fouls, I don't know that we can say that you've experienced the same level of peace in your designated path.
Hey, good to see you, Katie. Katie,
uh, I have had an odd path. I've ended up in some weird places from YouTube. I don't know. I guess I've gotten to the point where I just don't really let it bother me anymore. Like I just separate YouTube as work basically, and then when I'm off like skating or doing whatever else I'm doing, I just like don't think about it anymore. I've gotten really good at just like shutting that off until the camera comes on.
Yeah, it's very important to learn to separate what the things that happen on YouTube from what we experience in real life. Say actions. What are you doing around
yeah,
these
I froze
days
up.
here? Like, you relocated, right? Can you hear me? Actions, not distractions, Mr.
Oh,
President.
there you are.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. So you relocated, right?
Yeah, I'm in Texas now. I moved out of Arizona and went to Texas right now. I'm kind of on a little road trip. Yeah, we're trying to do something better.
Are
Arizona's,
you
huh?
are you anywhere near the what is it, the mothership where Joe Rogan's little comedy place is?
I'm right here with Jeff Bezos' Blue Origins is.
Hell yeah, dude. Give him a high five for me.
Yeah, they had a shuttle launch yesterday. They had some shuttle launch. This is he actually got his ranches around here. This is like his hometown where I'm at.
It's honestly kind of tempting. I mowed the field yesterday for like 2 hours and it was nice.
Bezos in the backyard. Shit, man. I just could say he's great, giving us some great applications. Technology. He's the wealthiest man on the planet, like one of. But I overheard one of your workers or homeboys talking in the background, like how he took over the area you're at, but it still somehow looks barren as hell.
Oh, it's very secluded out here. This is a pass-through town. This is just a pass. It ain't nothing out here really.
All right, so let's see. Let me think in context of the present here. What any opinions in general on some of the craziness that still occurs? Like, we don't even have to be involved, but we all have that little YouTube icon on our phones or our PCs, and you can't help but hear and see shit. Did you guys see this old freaking news already? But you guys see the whole slap heard around the world thing?
Oh, bro, yes, yeah. That Johnny got him. Johnny. I've always been a Dagburn supporter. He stood on his right there. I mean,
Apparently, I think he's on the biggest W he's ever had. What's crazy
that
to
was
me
that was
is how these communities are frothing at the mouths either like it's amazing how they can just flip a switch and turn off like how much they indoctrinated their hatred for him because Ryan Upchurch said so, and now that he's dubbed him OGD, now they're good. But then there's like this whole other side of the community that's like, nah, now Upchurch is screwed up because now he's got Dagger. Like, I don't understand. It's hard to keep up with. It's so silly, but you know,
I mean, I feel like it's hard to look past the obvious complete flip flop there. They
Yeah,
started out as mortal enemies, and then Dagburn punched a dude. Excuse me, punched a dude, and now they're besties according to the internet. I'm sure it's not really like that, but like that's what it looks like to everyone.
I should have sent you the clip beforehand because Katie in the chat is actually the one that sent me the clip of that whole situation. Should have sent you that clip, but
Thankfully, I don't know anything about this, so that's great.
Good.
Do you know the YouTuber? I mean, I got to give props to Triple T. He built himself a brand on this little platform, and I think made it a little bigger than the platform, if I should say. I'm gonna go on a brief tangent. To me, like ACAL is bigger than the sub count he has, and on that same note, Upchurch is as big as only his sub count is, even though it is larger than ACAL. You know, because that's where he just seems to focus, which kind of comes off like the man doesn't really do any living outside of it. But I know that's not true. Any opinion on like the two artists and how they decide to live their lives?
I mean, I do think like Upchurch has definitely put himself in a little bit of a box, albeit a gigantic box. He is kind of always going to be branded as like that YouTube singer, the YouTube country guy. I do think if Adam Calhoun would kind of get his shit together a little more, I still have some gripes with him, but I think he has a better chance of like maybe, I don't know, going full country or putting out a rock album or like going a different way and having it actually work.
So I'm curious because this is kind of almost new to me, hearing some of the actual gripes about like what is your specific issues with ACAL and whatever he does, because I'm not familiar with his detractors.
I mean, everybody's guilty of doing shady shit. He's definitely done his fair share of shady business and like ripped a couple people off that have worked for him and stuff. And honestly, the I'm a felon, big bad tough guy thing is just fucking annoying to me at this point. Like, drop it, dude. Cool, you went to prison. Good job. Fucking proud of you.
Is it like something he says in every song or something?
It's just that's always kind of what he goes back to. It's like, oh, you got to be a man of the streets, dog. We in the streets, and you wouldn't last a day in prison. It's like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Cool, you're a tough guy. Great.
Okay, that makes sense to me. I like the way he conducts himself, at least comparatively to Upchurch. Shade, do you listen to any of the country rap stuff? Because if I remember correctly, you and I bonded over our shared appreciation for hip hop from like OG hip hop, New York.
Yeah, New York hip hop. Not so much lately. I'm just
yeah. I mean,
I'm back to listening to like old Cage albums from like a movie like movies for the blind and shit like that. Like old shit. I'm done. I'm cooked. I don't want to hear about this shit no more.
Like, so like when it comes to the new stuff for the new generation, there's no, or I mean, nothing slaps like the olden shit to me, the stuff I grew up with. But I think when I think about that time, we're talking about real legends, man. And I say it too damn often. You know who I'm referring to? Tupac, Big, Nas, even
Big
Jay-Z's
L.
old shit. KRS-One, that's going way back. I
don't really. No, I'm good. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't need to.
And what about okay? Let's see, Justin, who you jamming out to as
Yeah,
of late?
I like. I mean, I like 8 Cows lately. 8 Cow, Simple Man. I don't know if you ever heard of Simple Man.
No, I'm trying to get familiar with everybody in the cast.
Let's see. Haystack. I'm not really with the Jelly Roll no more. I mean, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's sold out kind of in a way a little bit.
Okay, this is my question because I see both sides a lot. Like I hear people saying I don't f with Jelly Roll anymore, and I just don't. What did he do?
He
Is
went
it
from
that
he,
he
he went
mainstream?
he went from his trap music to this country. Like he just rode, which I can't really hate on him because all he did was get a distribution company. He never really signed with a label. He just got a distribution, so I can't really hate on him too much. But he just started doing these CMT award shows and like just rode the train like. And now his wife is leaving him. She already left him. He's his. I don't know. It's a whole thing with
Okay.
with Bunny's podcast. I don't know if you ever seen Bunny's podcast or whatever.
No, I can't say I'm familiar, and I can't
No.
say I'm really familiar with Jelly Roll's like catalog in general. I was just like, okay, here's this big old tatted guy out of the blue that apparently has mainstream appeal, and
Or look up the Biggest Loser or uh what's the other one? Biggest Deal or No Deal. Like that's when he was fucking. He was badass, but now he just kind of just riding the train on whatever he can. Really, honestly.
okay, all right. When you said The Biggest Loser, I was thinking about the Fat Show on TLC where people are trying to lose
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Yeah, it was kind of in reference to that. I think a little bit the biggest. Yeah, but it's like the Biggest Loser, like the dude's trying to come up. You know, the biggest loser. Like, you know, he's really changed his life for the better. Though I can't really hate on that much, but he's changed his life for the better.
When it comes to like, I guess the brand or like country music in general, sometimes I hear things because I don't really go out of my way to listen or look into it too much, and it sounds like they lost the plot. Like Beyonce got a hit country song, right?
Beyonce won an award for that country song.
Yeah, what was it like? We're not in Texas, or I don't know how it opens. I haven't heard the whole thing. I don't think I care to.
Something about Texas Hold'em, I think. I don't know. She wrote a song about Texas, basically, and it won a country music award.
Okay, so that immediately makes me want to just support independent artists like a bit more because the mainstream is just not where it's at.
No,
Clearly,
it's not. Independent's where I really support a lot of people. In mainstream's just too generic nowadays, I think.
what even happened to Post Malone? Like, I don't even understand when I see this man.
He got a Bud Light sponsor, and now he's a redneck.
Yeah, okay, that happened. He was a rapper, right? I didn't just imagine that, like some butterfly effect, pseudo like memory thing.
He was an R&B singer.
True. Yeah. Yes. Shade is right.
All right, let me say hello to some of the folks. Welcome, by the way. What's up, Martin's daddy? I love saying that name. BSR, Shep, Pitbulls, OT. Welcome. Hello to you, Charlie Crockett. I appreciate everybody that's reaching out, telling me some songs to check out, by the way, because I really want to have a better feel and understanding of, not because of the soap opera, even though it makes sense. All the bullshit that happens on these platforms must lead to album sales, right? I mean, Upchurch has that figured out down to a T. Just go and say some poor child that lived and then was tragically taken wasn't real, and then boom, you get a lot of attention. That didn't age well, and yeah, I had to bring that up. I don't mean to. Go ahead, please.
You can't deny that's how we all met each other. The whole Kylie Rodney shit. I mean, that brought us, I guess, all together. At least that's one good thing out of it, I guess. I don't know. That whole thing shot him down, dude. That whole. I don't know.
Well, that was the beginning, but it didn't seem to be enough to like really get his fan base to turn their backs, which was shocking to me at the time. I mean, I found the allure when he was doing speculatings. Let me not forget the Talkins, like the up churches now, like with the baby talk. It's like he's trying to relive the Vine days sometimes and put it in the present day. And it's just weird when you're over 30 and a father. I don't understand. But yeah, man, they just seem to be turning on him more now because of how many of his true friends, ride or dies, he's burned, right? And canceling a tour and essentially blaming it on his best friend of 20 years. Like, there's only so many bad looks you can own until somebody says, all right, there's a common denominator here, and it's the guy that I'm supposedly a fan of.
Yeah, that part's where I really like. I wasn't paying any mind to anything really, and then as soon as I saw him say, "Okay, Deerdorf fucked me, so now you guys get to pay," I was like, "Wait a minute, hold on. Those guys bought you that house, sir. You don't get to do that."
Yeah, okay. When you say you're referring to what, Upchurch buying Deerdorf stuff?
Upchurch in one of his little Instagram story things, he literally said, something. It was something to the effect of, since I can't work with nobody trustworthy and everybody wants to stab me in the back, now the Creekers get to feel it. They're all gonna hate you because tour's canceled. You're just like, bro, you literally just said fuck your fans, tour's canceled.
And that's like such a freaking little childish tantrum.
That's like Guns N' Roses. What's that lead singer's name? It's kind of like
That's what I said, dude. I said, why you
Yeah.
throwing a tantrum like an 80s rock star?
Yeah. All right.
That's literally the comment you made that got so much attention that he felt so inclined to reply to it and tell you he was watching you. And then he was so inclined to come into one of these lives and clip it and just kind of dog me in the beginning and not even stick around till when I was trying to make the point of like, dude, nobody hates you. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but we're just worried about you, G. Oh shit, what's hey, Barry in the house?
Barry
Wood, my brother.
I fear when, like, I think this is more of the regular person approach. Like, Shade is over here just hearing us talk about the usual YouTube streets current insanity, and he's so like not following it, which I respect greatly. It's become like a, just, I don't know, a time killer for me, and it's strangely and unfortunately addicting to some degree to just keep up on it. But man, I don't know, Shade, what work and bills, and I know you got the games, but please tell me you got, I don't know, some people you get to rock with out there, some concerts or something, skating.
No,
You got a tree in the back. You doing some gardening? Gardening?
you watering that tree, dog?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, no, not really. Just adopted a dog and
Nice.
chilling with the cats.
Oh, yeah.
So, chilling. Like, I'm not letting nothing bother me right now. There's war going outside everywhere else. There doesn't need to be war where I'm at. So I'm chilling.
Which kind of maybe be an easy way into what's been going on. Maybe, I don't know if you want to talk politics on here, but
of course, dude. Do whatever you want. What the hell? This is a no rhyme or reason. I'm just doing this because I appreciate all of you and the people that even come here. By all means.
Before we get too far off it, Shep said Post Malone is from Texas and he's a musician, not a rapper, and he can do whatever he wants. I don't think any of us are saying he's not allowed to do whatever he wants, but it's a very noticeable thing when an artist, like Machine Gun Kelly did it too. An artist goes from R&B, rap, a certain style to just all of a sudden he's a punk rock kid now. Like someone clearly came in and said, we'll give you a bunch of money to do this. And I think the same thing happened with Post Malone. He's allowed to do whatever he wants, but also you got to think about how that's going to look to your fan base.
Yeah, artistic freedom is absolutely a thing for any artist, of course, but my whole point was like, I just remember he was just a rapper and was blowing up, and then all of a sudden I see him dressed like a cowboy smoking a cigarette, and I was like, whoa, when did that happen? Kind of a thing. It's like just whiplash, that's all.
saying he can, as in has talent. Yeah, no, I mean, he's a great singer. He can do whatever he wants. I just always thought it was funny that, like, all of a sudden he was like, yeah, Bud Light's my favorite beer. And then, like, 6 months later, he was full, like, cowboy hat, Wrangler jeans, fucking shooting guns. And I was like, someone got a Bud Light sponsorship. I see.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's almost a part of like the game of being
No,
in
I
the
don't blame
industry,
him.
right? Yeah, no. I mean, shit. Throw me a few $1,000,000 and I'll venture into some other territory. I don't know that you could pay me to drink some shit beer though, personally, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not Bud Light. Also, I don't drink anymore anyway, but, like, I don't know if Liquid Death was like, hey, will you put on this shirt and say some shit and I'll give you $100,000? I'd be like, yeah, give me the shirt, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Here, Shade. Let me throw this one at you. Thank you, OT. Any opinion on? All right. Do you like Eminem? Because I grew up on that shit, like from high school.
Oh yeah, no, so did I. But
Would you
I
agree? Oh, sorry. Continue before I go
no,
on with
go
my
ahead,
rip.
go ahead.
Would you
I want
agree
to
or
hear what you.
disagree with the sentiment that Eminem ran MGK out of rap?
People can do whatever they want. I mean, really, at the end of the day, I don't.
Do you think his diss track was heavy enough that he pretty much almost
No.
ended MGK?
No,
It wasn't that strong. I mean, didn't MGK's
no.
career direction change entirely after that clapback?
Yes and no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like that's a because I'm not a fan of either of them. So I mean, I can't I can't say that.
You're not a fan
I'm
of
not,
Eminem anymore?
I never really was.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad. I was, and when it comes to his like just being a lyricist, I'll still listen to it, but like him getting involved in the whole political thing, that
Yeah.
got me a little
Well,
turned away.
I was in like an era of like before the 8 Mile battle rap thing. So like we had people like Idea up here in Minneapolis, and then like would battle Eminem. I think you'll be able to find it, and maybe a couple other people, MC Juice, people like that. And I think it was a earlier thing when that whole battle scene became like a battle scene, even before 8 Mile shit, like 6 years, 5 years, maybe 4 years. Yeah. So there,
So you were
there,
into Eminem like in the early stages, you're saying?
no,
Just
no.
never.
Well, I mean, I like a couple of the albums, maybe. I went and saw him live with KRS-One, D12.
Yeah, I like that D12 out, both D12 albums.
There was a bunch of people came to First Ave, I think, back in the day, and I was like, all right, this shit is cool, but I was never like a diehard Eminem fan. I was more like I like Detroit rappers. I like some of the East Coast rappers that were like actually underground rappers, not like the weird shit. I don't know. Different.
I mostly dealt with the underground rappers a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just that's where I think most of the substance is because the mainstream is so oversaturated. I can't stand it. The Drake ass shit, and the whole beef with Kendrick and Drake. I mean, that was great. I mean, at least we got to see what a real beef is supposed to play out like. I wish
Was it though? I feel like that wasn't even a real beef.
Drake got bodied.
Yeah, exactly, and then did nothing about it.
He had his like I don't know 2 songs, one of which the people on the Drake sphere were like, oh, that's the one, but we all knew the truth. Yeah, industry puppets. I mean, that's essentially what we're talking about.
But I went from like listening to LP, like Def Juke stuff, to them, or one of them, going to do the Run the Jewels shit, which is LP that Run the Jewels. If you go check it out, if you don't know what that is. But Yeah, no, hip hop is weird. It's kind of strange
I
to
agree.
me
It's
lately.
it's in a weird spot right now.
Well, so is to the world. What about?
Well,
Yeah, I know that
yeah.
goes without saying. What about podcasts? You guys listen to any podcasts? Like,
Yeah, I do. I listen to actually a couple of them. Small Town Murder.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Um, hmm.
was that like true crime or something? Because that's one I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Small Town Murder is good.
But
I
it's
mean,
not like it's not
it's not.
super over dramatic. It's like, yo, here's what happened. You want to know about the
Yep.
case? Here it is.
Yeah, and they're you have to understand that they're like two comedians, so like stuff might not come off as funny to some people, but if you listen enough, they'll explain. They ain't there to be assholes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
do you
And
guys
then
listen? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I listen to case files if I want to go to sleep, like actual case files. Australian gentleman. And then shit, what else have I been listening to lately? Dan Cummings, Time Suck. Go listen to some Time Suck and get your knowledge up.
Okay, for sure. Shit, man.
Yeah.
There's anything that sounds new to me is something I need to check out because it feels like I've almost hit just about everything, but I keep seeing new suggestions. I
As
love.
far yeah, but as far as that, man, I haven't been doing much. Listening to old school hip hop, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, word. See, fellas, any podcasts that you like to focus on? There's only one I can think of right now, but I don't want to say it out loud.
That I would be into?
Yeah, or maybe not into anymore. I'm not sure. I just know there was a time you were interested in it. Something rhymes with investigates.
Oh, yeah. No, not so much. I don't know. I've been watching the Unsubscribe podcast a lot. It's a bunch of just like dudes being dudes. They're all just like ex-military, ex-firefighter, ex-police officers, and they just kind of sit around and talk shit about whatever. That's hilarious. Creepcast with Windigoon and Meat Canyon, which is
Yeah,
like they
Yeah,
just
that's
read.
yep.
Yeah, for those who don't know, which you do, but they just basically read like creepy pastas and stuff and then talk about it and make jokes. It's really good to fall asleep to because it's like a good mix of like a droning kind of monotone story, but then also Meat Canyon will pop up and say something hilarious randomly.
I love all of
Um,
his content. Yeah, I heard somebody. I gotta ask. Hold on. All right, yo, homie. I don't know. Like this dude was tripping out a little bit in the comments. Yeah, correct. I don't drink anymore. He said that was kind of lame. Sorry that I let you down, homie. G Funk Flex. Are you who you tripping out at in the comments, bro? Like, do you want attention? What's up? You got it. Like, what point do you want to make? Do you want to contribute? Do you want to get on the panel? Like, what's good? You good? I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing great. God bless and all that. Okay. Let me see some of these comments. See, Fowls, did you watch the skateboards finals? Skateboard finals.
for which one? Is it the women's finals or the men's finals?
Shit if I know. I don't follow that particularly. I know I was gonna go into a diatribe because I watch a lot of different YouTube channels. That is
If
my shit.
if it was from today, no, I haven't seen it yet. I did see. Why am I blanking on her name? I saw the winning gold medal run for the women's finals. I think it was yesterday, and she absolutely killed it. It was like, I hate that I have to say this, but there is a level of female skateboarding, so to speak, where like a lot of the top female pros are good and they definitely deserve to be sponsors and everything. But that's like kind of base level as where you would see like a dude getting into the game as a pro. So there is like, it's not good for a girl. I don't mean it like that, but there is sort of this like, oh man, she actually crushed it. Like there was a few tricks she did that I don't know that I could do, which I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. That's just kind of the truth of women's professional skateboarding right now.
Hold on, I need to clarify before you continue, sir. You are referring to the women with penises, right?
No, the ones that actually were born with all the women parts and then kept them.
The men that are pregnant.
I would actually like that. Well, is that child abuse? I was gonna say I'd like to see a pregnant man skateboard, but is that child abuse?
No, doesn't count. We're gonna make that an actual thing in the next competition. Pregnant men skateboarding. Who can have
Dude.
the abortion first?
Thank you, Tennessee royalty, Caitlin Clark. Yes, thank
Clark. You. Yeah. Nice. Yes, BSR. That was a little poke at the at the Dems, and it is an old tale. When I focus mostly on my politics here, I always have to seemingly remind people. They get so confused about my name. Still, by God, I should just write it on the damn bio description. I used to like Bernie Sanders, and then I voted for Trump and never turned back. And I hate Hillary Clinton with a fervent passion. That's where I stand.
Yeah, I've never voted, and yeah, nope. RFK was on the ballot. I would have voted. RFK didn't get on the ballot. RFK, I like RFK.
I mean, he's doing his thing. Not everybody's happy with him, but I'd like to add that I think it was a great flex when the mighty Kennedy family literally publicly disavowed him just because he took his own path and didn't tote the party line. That to me was some G-ass shit.
What's up, TCB?
I don't know see, I'm out of the loop when it comes to the sports world, unfortunately. I just know my shows, my YouTube shit. Yeah, you guys know, like, okay, you know the Rogan sphere people in general, right?
90% of humans, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, like, I like watching the slop channels that roast some of these bastards that got famous only because they were on Rogan and they were never funny to begin with. Like, Too Lazy to Try is a great channel. And then there's the actual low-cal channels that, like, people make material out of them. Like that Wings of Redemption. You guys know who he is?
Yes, I've heard. Yep. Yep.
I just can't stop laughing when I watch Breaking Banquet just own his ass. And that chapter is one of the true crime channels I like. And of course,
chapter, yeah. Oh,
you know that? Yeah. Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
There was just an episode that was aired like 2 hours ago. I watched it before we did this, and I want to actually react to it. You saw it?
Yeah, you have to do that chapter podcast and that chapter.
Yeah, I haven't actually listened to that chapter podcast yet.
Yeah, you should. Completely different. Yeah. It's good.
That I fully intend to. Oh shit! Look, somebody's asking, "Hey, where's Tony Dodge?"
Yeah,
not around. I think he was officially chased off of them YouTube streets.
Yep.
Standing in the woods somewhere, screaming about super chats. I would imagine.
We got another super chats. I remember.
Actually, lived not too far away from him. I actually lived not too far away from that guy at one point.
Yeah, I remember.
That's terrifying.
It was. It kind of was.
What? No, not at all. But you know,
I can answer that right now, bro. No.
Right. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right, for sure. I remember, like, the most probably lowdown shit I did was go so deep as to reaching his mods, Tony Dodge's mods, and interviewing them, bringing them on this channel to get, like, all the tea and just, keep nailing this guy down. I mean, apparently he was a true to life scumbag, and he had some trippy ass power dynamic. He was like pitting them against each other. Shit I've seen in other communities. And yeah, so he was an asshole, but sometimes I don't know how I feel about my part in, like, I don't know, going after his ass. Although I don't take sole responsibility.
Yeah, I feel like he deserved everything he got. He was definitely a creep. Like in real life, off of the internet, he was definitely a creep. But I would also like to just throw out there again, I feel like everybody, when they talk about the Tony Dodge era, they act like we did a show together for fucking 5 years and we were all besties. Like, do people not realize that all of us met and within like, what was it, 4 months is when everything popped off? Like, realistically, we all barely knew each other back then.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
barely something that's touched on. Yeah, it was just.
So like people act like we all know, like, oh, how could you hang out with that guy? He was a creep. I just met him, dude. I didn't know he was a creep yet.
Yeah, I think you were just like a random he found and decided to just keep bringing you on his channel. Like I did my homework a little bit and went as far back as I possibly could. And yeah, and then I know from your perspective you probably felt like, or did not like, you would be synonymous with like him. And that's just not, that's the farthest from the fucking truth. You just happen to be on that channel for a couple of months that you would never met in real life.
Yeah, no, I just basically what had happened was Uncle Seafowls used to get a little drunk and say crazy shit on the internet, and everyone liked it and thought it was hilarious. And Tony saw that and saw that I was bringing in views and I was bringing in eyes to his channel. So of course he's going to like basically make me a co-host. He never like officially said that, but it got to the point where every day he would call me and be like, you're coming on the show, right? Like as if he needed me to be there. And here I am just starting out on YouTube. I'm like, sick, dude. I'm like kind of being streamlined into getting a bunch of attention and growing a YouTube channel. Like, this is awesome. And then immediately all hell broke loose. It's like, wow, this was a terrible fucking idea. I never should have done this.
Yeah, your timing was impeccable, I guess, getting with that. And then watching it all just kind of implode was it kind of became like Creek Squad's locale content, and I empathize. I feel bad that you and some good people fell on that sword. He was the primary dickhead asshole. And I have no qualms and no apologies to say that even now. Just every now and again, though, I'll be like, damn, like, did I go too hard? But everybody was on his ass. So I don't feel shit about that.
I don't know. I don't feel like anyone went too hard at him. I feel like he kind of got what he deserved. Okay. I don't like that I was wrapped up in internet drama and bullshit, and like I don't like that I was a part of that. But also, when it comes to running a creep off the internet, like I'm not ever gonna feel bad about that.
Yeah, actually, that's good to hear, because every now and again, like, I'll see that dude will decide to go live out of the blue, and I'll just be like, my God, he's like a shadow of his former self, man. Like, did I just do a cult thing and join the crew? Did I get on the bus to drive over somebody that didn't deserve it? But
I mean, yeah, but we all did.
Yes. Except for Shade. He was one of the first and the earliest to say, y'all bitches be crazy, and I'm just gonna play some games and kick it and chill, man. And again, good decision. You missed out.
I mean, I did start some mayhem, but it wasn't like not control. It was controlled mayhem. I mean, it was controlled by me. Fuck it. So
I actually remember some of that now that you're mentioning it. I think I remember a live you did, and holy shit, is that who the fuck that is? If you could have just said so, man. Shit.
That's is that who that is?
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. I've already done this shit, but the Stone Dad was another individual who got put in my crosshairs, and I have some grievances, to put it mildly, with some of the ladies that were all in that little team. I think they were all under the guise of what was it? Insanity Reacts. All of them came to me begging me, dude, you gotta expose this guy, you gotta expose this guy. Then I do the freaking thing, and also, I don't want to, fuck it, it's all in the past. Patty also put it out there in Creek Squad that he did some shit, and then when I do the live, and it was widely received, I was getting the attaboys from the squad. Then the girls that got me to do it were like, I'm having an anxiety attack. You didn't do it good enough. You didn't get. I'm like, bitches, you gave me this information to present. I did that. If you have
I think
something
I
more,
remember you talking about. Yeah, I think I remember.
it's another lesson learned. Don't be anybody else's tool. Don't be a motherfucking weapon for somebody else's gain. If you're gonna go for gains, do it for your damn self. Learn the lessons as you grow older. Don't repeat the mistakes from the past, which is exactly why I was so disappointed to hear and see with my own eyes the shit that Actions was putting up with earlier today. I almost went live right after that to do a full rant. I wasn't going to name names,
Yeah,
but I was going to say some shit.
And that's all over just me going out of the box, me going outside my box. They got.
How dare you? You
Yeah, how dare I? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, going out trying to expand my wings, trying to go a little outside the box.
You're damn right. By the way, Tennessee Road, you're right. I know.
I do want to also touch on something that Eli said. People going to him to expose Stone Dad, like, I don't think people also understand how many people we all had coming to us being like, this guy's an asshole, you need to do something about it, please use your channel to expose him, blah blah blah. So a lot of the time we were thinking like, oh, we're standing up for people, we're like doing something good for people, and then it turns out a lot of those people were also shitbags, and then it was a double-edged sword.
They had their own agendas, and by God, Rachel, you bitch. Out of all of the people, like, there were so many people that we all met with. We had all these communities that combined together, and like, that's the only bitch that turned on me and made complete fabrications. Still got the receipts, that just refused to talk and just hash it out. She knew what she did, and she was too ashamed to face it. That's all. And I hate to tie that to, I don't hate Upchurch, but I don't like some of the actions he's done because I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end.
Exactly.
Yeah. Agree to disagree.
Wait. Who said? Justin, you agree to disagree on which part?
Well, no, I'm saying about the whole. It's like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To in general, agree. It's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay to go wherever you want and go to any box. Literally, we're in a box over here, and to any of the complete tards that lose their mind because you're on some ops page, grow the fuck up. If you went to prison and you're still upset that somebody's on somebody else's chat or channel, grow the fuck up. Like, it's insane. We have not evolved as a species. We're using the internet, and the internet's using us right back, and we done goofed.
Yeah, that's I could have said no better than myself, honestly.
I mean, I guess an easy topic is always AI. All good, Shade. Do what you got to do. You live in life, bro. I mean, what's
again, real quick, I've seen White Dragon bring up a couple of times now. People have and will again end up getting hurt over some internet nonsense. And I think that's why all of us are so like up in arms about this, if you will. Like, I think we've all seen the actual effect this has on people's lives. And we understand this isn't just some weird TV show. Like, when you click away from my channel, I don't just go into a closet and not exist until you click on it again.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that right, BSR? I gotta double that. Like, I think there was a time, once upon a time. I think I was somewhat intimidated by the creeps, the true sleuths that just have their little communities and go from and to and do their best to do digging and whatever they do with that information. Then it goes to real life doxing, harassment, trying to get you fired, CPS, and all that shit. Is he really here right now, BSR? Which one is it? Just curious. You know what? I think I know who it is. Sorry, I don't even want to fucking. But that dude that we're referring to, he is all the kinds of creep that is wrong with this platform, and it's people like that creep that are going to be the reason that one day the hammer comes down on platforms that we rely on for our free speech, and that legislation is going to kick, and there's going to be more regulations on this damn thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know, dude. It's crazy to think I always exist. I exist in eternity, in infinite space and time, and I can transport into anywhere and any time and space whenever I want. But I do, in fact, exist.
Okay, I got a
We
point.
are real people. We are real people.
Can you tell I've thought about that one? I've been fucking waiting for someone to say that.
Hold on, I wanted to. If I hit the remove button, does that just make you go in the back, or does it make you?
No,
like,
it just boots me into backstage.
all right. CFOWs doesn't actually exist when we're live. Like I'm saying, if you don't see him actively during a live stream while there's talking, he just ceases to exist. Poof, gone, disappears. So no, there's no feeling. Yeah, no. See, and actions can clarify and confirm that this is all fact. Okay, so as a result, we could say whatever we want about CFOWs because he only exists when he's here. Oh, hi, CFL. It's great to have you back, man. Yeah.
Oh, shit, now he's back.
I think I just blacked out for like 30 seconds.
Well, we doing existence in here, and I just wanted to give you life back, bro. What's actions, thoughts? Okay. Sorry, I got my Red Bull kicking. Actions? You have thoughts? Or are you even real?
He's frozen like this in time.
Well, at least it's, there. I've seen less flattering frozen moments. I've had like one pupil bigger than the other or something.
I mean, I can agree with what Seafowl was saying about everything. I can agree with what he's saying. I mean,
hey,
pretty spot on. I mean,
you were Mr. President of this chat for years. You can't be just agreeing with everything someone else says. We're voting for you. Birthday chat supervisor, one of the earliest names. I still remember.
Don't. I should bring up my the clip. Oh shit, you gotta bring up the clip of my first time on camera now, which actually was with Seafowls actually too.
Was it?
Yeah, when he like just don't show I don't want to know if you want to say it on here, but just don't show
Oh yeah, that no.
Wait, oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a freak in a gas mask. There is a comment I want to address, and I appreciate that a lot. That's gonna be a teachable moment. But when this first when I first went live, and the attention was here. Yes, Steve House is a Muslim, of course.
Yes.
There was a guy with a gas mask connected to a bong, and it just kept on a loop. And he was like, doing this, like trying to entice me to let him up on a panel. And I just said, hey, dude, screw you. You're clearly going to just show your dick or something. Then he flicked me off, and that was a lesson learned. Hey, Moth. Sorry. Oh, yeah, let me do the comment thing. All right. Respect, for real, Tennessee royalty. Like, for my part, it's just been a result of like how I've grown on YouTube, because I was so accustomed to people going at me and me ignoring it. And so I instead, you could call it abuse of the platform. I start using it to showcase people that come at me. And it's maybe not the most mature, but I try to make this as enjoyable as possible. I always thought you were a very grounded, loyal person, like just a good dude. And I'm glad that we can agree to disagree, and it's all good, man. I've learned not to care. There's a channel to this day that insists I'm drunk every time I'm live. I don't have to give a shit about that. Let me play it up, actually.
Just
Huh?
apple juice. It says it's just apple juice.
No, this is moonshine. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, this is all moonshine.
Straight up grain alcohol I made in my basement, dog.
And this, yeah, this is the toilet alcohol that I got from prisonisms.
I'm actually drinking real alcohol. So
Triggered. I gotta turn in my chip.
Everybody make fun of Shade for being lame.
Lame. You're still able to have a good time and moderate your drinking.
Yeah, you can just feel good and not ruin your life over it. Fucking loser.
Hey, he's drinking a good beer though. He's drinking a good beer.
Oh, great! You're a sponsor now, huh? And you still also are able to drink within control too. Like I
quit smoking.
Good man.
No,
Good
not
man.
smoking, but smoking. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I only smoke weed at night if I need to.
Pretty much.
Besides that, like,
yeah.
And then I drink a couple beers after I get off work, maybe, but nothing too crazy.
I did like such a stupid move and decided to take up cigarettes. This makes sense now. When I was unemployed for 2 months and I started to sell a lot of this shit. Oh yeah, there's no more background. Started to sell.
Smoking Marlboro Lights though.
Yeah, Marlboro. Yeah, but
Are those cigarettes? Cigarettes?
Unfortunately, yeah, my throat will have to acknowledge that. Like, and sometimes I'll even find myself like chain smoking like 3. It's terrible, but I don't know why. I don't even know why. I quit. I quit for like a month, like so I could prove I could do it cold turkey, and out of sheer boredom, I decided to start smoking cigarettes again. But
yep, straight up, I just felt like it one day, and now here we are.
Cigarettes are. I smell cigarettes that people smoke when they're like walking in front of me and shit, and I'm like, 12 years I don't think I've actually smoked a cigarette in 12 years, and it still makes my mouth water every single time that I'm behind somebody smoking a cigarette. And I'm like,
that's the hardest drug to quit. I tell you that right now. Cigarettes is the hardest drug to quit.
I was just going to say the same thing. I can't tell you how many people I've met at meetings that are like, dude, I've quit heroin, I've quit crack, I've quit this, that. I cannot get off these things.
Nope. Huh. Yeah, bro. They're the Grim Reaper, man.
I've smoked since I was 1 year old.
They want you.
Well, then I'm wearing appropriate clothing for what I'm doing, apparently.
See, that's the reality that disturbs me. I don't even think I fully inhale the sons of bitches, but when I quit smoking I quit it for like fucking 10 years. The smoke reflex I would get when I'd walk around people was like, I wanted to get away from them. I was even like kind of personally offended. I would never say anything, but I'd be like, damn it, why do they got to be smoking? And here I am being the fucking hypocrite. Like, I don't smoke in public, which don't make a lick of sense. No. But I love porch smoking.
Cigarettes are like the best thing ever.
Why does porch smoking feel like we shouldn't say it?
Yes.
No,
I was about to say that.
It's that porch smoking.
Yeah. Wait, I think I missed a little bit of the bit there, but my little Florida, what it's called, a Florida room. Which now that I think, I'm getting deep into it. Why the hell? I mean, it's just a room that happens to be in Florida, and it's outside Florida room.
Because Florida, dog.
Well, yeah, that's a Pitbull Staffordshire Terrier mix, not a boxer.
Wait, what are you talking about? The brand of cigarettes? I'm confused.
Shade showed his dog, and someone is.
I missed the dog, dude.
Am I the only professional around here?
Clearly, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't want nothing to do with me right now. He needed to go out.
I missed the pretty puppy. Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Doggy.
I gotta go get my dog now, but I don't feel so manly when I handle my toy Yorkie.
She's my road dog. You can't leave me all the way from Arizona. She's my road dog.
I lived with the Yorkie for like years, and the Yorkie is like the most menacing dog ever because if you piss it off, it will find a way into your fucking shit or something that it's gonna go take a shit under your bed, or it's gonna like chew up some shit that you care about. Yorkies are like the most fucked up dog there is. They actually get mad about things.
Mine doesn't chew shit up, but he did literally piss in my fucking work boots.
Hey, see, that's a
Yep.
shit.
He was just mad that I leave
Nope.
so I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and he's already pissed off, and I have to get to the job by 6 in the morning. I go to put him on, and I just put him on, and then I smell it, and I can't even yell at the bastard because he's so damn
Yeah.
cute.
And wait until he shits under your bed one night.
Well, good thing I don't have an under my bed. It's yeah, that ain't happening. He'll just
Okay.
shit on the bed. That's more how he rolls.
Yeah.
Here, random freaking side quest because we get to do whatever the hell we want. I want to advertise that everybody should watch 28 Years Later in the theater. That movie was freaking wicked. Okay,
Really?
hell
Really?
yes. I
I
love.
heard mixed
So
reviews in that movie. I heard a lot of mixed reviews about that.
you got to be kidding me. What? Okay, maybe the ending because it's so wild, but
I've never seen it. I've never seen it yet.
I'm ready for it because I've been a fan since day one. So I mean, yeah, 28 days later, 28 months later, what is it? 28 years or what? It goes in the fucking.
this right? Yeah,
The zombies that actually chase you with rage instead of any other person making a zombie movie where they were just like and dead. It's great.
yeah. It changed a genre. It was the Rage Zombies. 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, which I think was kind of maybe
28 weeks later. And they should.
that was the weakest. But I'm telling you, this third one, the cinematography is beautiful, and I made a whole review about it. I was so hyped up. It was half Red Bull and half the movie. And just a salute to anybody that wants to come in here and apparently mess with anybody that's on panel. You do you. It's all content to me, and everybody on the panel, y'all know how to handle yourselves. We've been doing this shit. We do this shit.
I'm very popular tonight.
Yeah,
The most important nobody you've never heard of.
I mean, it's a funny flex to come around. Hold on. 28 years later, is that bootleg? No, but like, take my word for it. If you're into the genre, the zombie genre, or horror at all, or if you like just artistic gore, and then mix it with like heavy metal, just see that freaking movie because it hits hard, man. That was the shit. And before,
That sentence alone told me.
I know. When I was doing the review, I saw you going, "Hell yeah, brother!" Like I feel like the end, bro. Like, let me put it this way without a spoiler. The end. I'll just tell you this: the Carney army comes to the rescue. Okay.
Of course they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously.
So remember the scene in 28 Days Later when he goes and saves them in the mansion, the girl.
Yes,
and the
Cillian
other
Murphy.
Girl,
Uh-huh.
and he acts like he's a zombie, and the zombies don't even fuck with him because he's just as crazy as they are because he has their blood, other people's blood on top of it, and he's just running through the house killing people. You remember that shit?
Hell yeah, that was the greatest build up and the greatest ending sequence.
Woo.
And that the moment of hesitation she did before she ran up, which is a play on the beginning when she said, "I'll do you in a second."
Yeah.
Man,
And then realized it was him. God
Yeah.
damn.
Pure cinema. Pure cinema. What's up, bass girl? It's good to see you, sweetheart.
Hey, bass girl, salute. I seen Corrupt in here earlier. Salute to Corrupt.
Corrupt, Bloodhound Nation for sure. I'd love to get him on panel. I did kind of announce. Actually, I told Tennessee Royalty first. I'm gonna have an open panel before the end of this week. And since, being a man of my word, this day and age matters. Like, Seafells, I bet you didn't think I was gonna deliver. I know yesterday when I was doing the other show, you were like, "Stop lying."
Well, I was talking a bunch of shit, but I was doing that to make Josh laugh, really.
Okay,
And then
that
he
and
hit
I
me up. Yeah, he hit
yeah.
me up, and I just said, "Text me, motherfucker. I'll be there."
You've always been down and ready. Yeah, kind of remind. This might be a stretch, but remind me of the line in that movie, The Town, where Ben Affleck's character tells Jeremy Renner, "All right, we got to go do some crazy illegal shit. I can't tell you about it. You can't tell anybody about it. Nobody knows about it. But and it might be dangerous. You might not survive. But we got to go now. All right, who's driving? Like that's the kind of G you are,
Yeah.
and that and knowing that's even in my sphere, my life. That's why none of the little shit or the detractors or the people that want to say something to get some rage bait clips will never bother me again. I'm disappointed in my younger self when I think
Yeah.
about how much I let it get to me.
Earlier, I could tell it was kind of getting to me a little bit, and then you were kind of like, just don't let that rage bait get to you. I was like, all right, wind myself down, just wind it down.
I really, really wanted to just kind of shake you and be like, dude, don't fall into it. Like that's the whole ploy.
Mm-hmm.
You had I wanted to remind you of what you were doing. Think of the very moment, like, dude, you're taking care of your mother. You were working your motherfucking ass off right then and there. And this nobody waited for you to say some other man's name. And the moment you said this dude's name, Gay Boy hops up in your chat, makes 12 accounts just to try you. Like, really, really think about that and understand, why would you let somebody like that even affect you, bro?
Hey, I got support on YouTube, bro. I got a lot. Shit, I got a lot of people that just calm me down and talk me out of it. And, like, I can make thousands of videos about people and do this and do that, but just what's it worth? It ain't
And then
fucking shit.
you know what happens after that, then it's just a continuous thing, and it's self-destructive in its own way. I mean, you can, I guess, it can become a positive for you if you engage with somebody and it fuels you to get creative and grow your community. But if it's just real beef and it's getting too out of hand, we're getting far too many examples of YouTube or streaming going to real life, and it's just never worth that.
No, and that's where the line I can't cross, really. That's why I don't get into it too much, because I really just can't have people calling my job, calling my place to stay, doing this, doing that. That's what it gets into. It gets into people just.
Please confirm that nobody's done that as
Give me
of.
1 second, guys. I gotta take this
No,
real quick.
All right,
no,
bro.
no, not yet, but I know that's what it can go to. It can.
Okay, yeah. I
No,
mean,
nobody.
been there,
No.
wore the freaking t-shirt, and thankfully it never had it didn't have an impact, in a sense, like no jobs ever was like, uh-oh, like Locale Live, people in that audience got one of the women that works in that crazy little universe fired from her nursing job of like 16 years, which is just crazy. Like, how much hate and time do you have to have? How much of a lack of a substantial life do you have to want to invest that much energy just so you can have some bragging rights in a community of circle jerking? It's just pathetic.
That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's exactly what it is. It's just
But you also have to be careful when you speak like
all
that
it is.
to not
Yeah.
put yourself in that situation where
Uh-huh.
people will come after you. Can't. It's
Yeah.
not a good look.
That's why I learned, not terribly long ago, but long ago enough. I shared a picture of me and my girlfriend at that time, and then
Mm.
just like that, all of a sudden her picture's getting spread around, people talking shit. And so I don't talk about that element. As far as everybody on this platform knows, I have a mother I take care of. I have a father that, as much as I can help it, he's going to retire, and they're gonna just live their lives happily ever after. But everything else, nobody needs to know a damn thing. It's nobody's fucking business. I'll talk to y'all, privately, but putting all that in weapon, like the people that flex their personal lives, you are asking for it a little bit. I'm not saying it's always deserved, but flexing like whatever, your real life, your wife, your family, your job, like literally where it is or what you do. What is the term? Not to sound so freaking, out of touch here, but like gangster moves in silence, bro. Don't mention your moves out loud. Don't give it all out. It will just be ammunition for you.
Yeah, and what's one thing I can't say is my location ain't secret. It's what I kind of got to watch out for. Everybody kind of knows where I'm at right now a little bit. I never kept it secret though, which I should.
Yeah. I don't think any of us kept it secret where we're at. I know where I'm at.
Oh yeah, no, that I'm all about that, man, and I have no problems talking about stories from my personal life. What's going on in the chat, by the way? I'm just curious.
This chat's going wild. This chat's lit.
I love that. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? You want is that I would assume this is projection. Let me give a little shout out to Jimmy Hell with clearly he has plenty of time to obsess over the idea of me and PBR in a park. That's some wild shit you got on the brain, son, and the fact that you are taking it a step forward to manifest it and type it out. I mean, there's
is PBR still around?
Here and there he pops on, of course, yeah. Okay. And I love that people are so mad that I apologized to him when Creek Squad accepted me as one of their own. That was me taking care of my shit because some idiot demanded that everybody call CPS on my channel.
Hey, I told everyone this from day one. Like, it ain't, bro. It's not that serious. Like, everyone do their own shit. It ain't that serious, bro. It's not. It's not.
Yeah. So, yeah. Here, so somebody on another channel said something. There you go. Oh, what's a big? I'm actually kind of honored right now.
Yeah. Totally. Like the music you like, and don't become a cult member. I mean, holy fuck.
Can we just stamp that in everybody's brain? Don't be a cult member. But no, like, this is one channel I freaking love. Totally offensive comedy. Even when he's just in a chat, dude just has the best inappropriate jokes ever. And I would so play Frisbee with that individual. So, and I bet you Hill or whoever, but Jimmy is jealous that I'd play Frisbee with anybody else but Jimmy. Jimmy, I'll save a Frisbee for you. I'm sure I could find something. And, we'll have my people get with your people. We'll do some lunch or something. Go on a vacation. But I don't give a flying shit what somebody on some other channel said. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Keep streaming play. Damn right now, and the haters are actually content now. Sometimes I'll even, if they crash out enough, I'll do like Joe Barron. I did a live on him because the man has spent over the span of time a couple of years just to shit in my chat. So I went live talking about how he just likes men, and he freaked out and blocked me. What's up?
I'm enjoying watching this chat right now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so am I.
Whatever, Stinky Steve. Only if you're there.
Actually,
only if you're there. You gotta supply the Frisbee with Jimmy, and we'll have yabba dabba do time there. Oh shit! I remember the sensible salmon joke.
Hey, salmon shirt, yeah.
Oh, it's cool, Tennessee, man. Like, don't worry about it. The trolling comes with this shit. Like, you gotta accept that. Nobody is ever gonna hit a live button and be universally appreciated. That's just how these things go. Look at humanity in a nutshell. This is just a cage. YouTube is just another cage where we pretend to be civil. Don't buy into it. People gonna wig out, crash out. They're gonna do their thing. It's okay.
I'll still wake up, go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, our responsibilities don't fucking change. Still got to pay the damn bills. I'm still going to have to break down like 12 pallets in the morning before 9 a.m.
Even though gas is probably going to get more expensive now that the shit's flicking over there. So,
dude, gas is cheaper than ever out here in Texas. We're paying like $2.79.
I'm saying for right now.
Oh, yeah, for right now, yeah.
for right now, it's actually not that bad over here in Florida as well.
Just wait.
Yeah, that's with the whole Iran and Israel.
Just wait.
that whole situation. Yeah, that I mean,
I could say right now, Trump made a bad move right there. I
wait,
think
okay, elaborate a little bit on that, please.
he's wanting to send nukes over there and bomb Israel. No, it's
No,
Iran.
Iran.
Iran. Yeah, Iran. There we go. He wants to
They're-
send. He wants to put us into World War III right now.
No, he does not. He's
No,
trying to
he
prevent
doesn't.
that. He's
No.
trying to have them committed to a ceasefire. He is preventing their uranium enrichment, which was at like a 60%. We got it down to roundabouts of 30%. We strategically went after their production means. We haven't literally
The LA riots too. The LA riots. I mean,
Oh yeah, fuck that. That's fine. We
That's
can
that
handle
free
that.
Palestine bullshit or the no kings bullshit. We're talking about libs Antifa crap, bro. They're just playing their part. They're just doing what they gonna do,
Yeah.
and fuck them all. I got no love for them. I hope they get educated just like I did. I used to be a blind Democrat. I mean, I did love Bernie Sanders' values and campaign. I still wish healthcare was better. Yeah,
You don't think we're going to World War III?
I hope not.
Nah.
That
Nah. To be honest with you, I'll just speak my honest opinion. What's gonna happen is, mark my words. So something's gonna get overstepped around Ukraine, and then NATO's gonna step in, and then NATO, and you've already seen the shit in Sudan, that they already killed a bunch of fucking Russians. So I think the swarm around is actually going to happen where it's going to get a little risky, and we've already bombed Iran as Americans, so we are kind of in it as well.
Just like we got thrown in Ukraine, just like we got thrown in Ukraine and Russia, kind of like. And then you're right.
I mean, the world war is not going to happen yet. I give it like 10 to 20 before it gets real rocky and people get in the situation.
I mean,
you're right. For right now, no one's gonna go step with Poland, Germany, or any of that. So they have that situation until it becomes a real situation. And then when people talk about nukes and things like that, we're obviously not going to let that happen. So, World War III won't be a real thing. I think it will be a positioned ground war between different places if China invades Taiwan, and we'll see how everything separates. I don't think it's going to be like an actual world war. I think it's going to be my gang versus your gang, and we're going to go toe to toe. You're talking about a
proxy war, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, we're notorious for that. So is history in general. I don't think I could with 100% confidence say we're not going to end up in a World War III scenario. I think the likelihood, though, is of a lesser percentage. Yeah, because nobody wants it to get to that level. And also, I just wanted to add with the Ukraine thing, I don't think we're that invested, thankfully, because of his administration handling shit like a G, because Trump is being just straight business. And to some of the individuals that think he's been compromised by BB/Netanyahu, homeboy is clearly able to stand on his 10 toes and still spout out when he is upset with Israel.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just see it as we're gonna be running in a circle for a couple years. And
there's a war taking place right now in the chat. I think. Are you guys okay? Is everybody okay? I don't. Red Bull's the last thing you need. Does somebody need a cigarette or here? I'm never gonna drink these. somebody want like a THC drink or something? Just it's all right. Y'all good? I'm glad. Thank you. If
right. I'll just keep it real. Ukraine's gonna be fine. Israel gonna be fine. I mean, we're gonna be fine.
yeah, we're
Every
gonna be
single
fine. Yes.
Even over there, fine. Like, what is everyone bitching about? Chill out. Like,
But it's fucking hilarious. This is what I'm talking about. Like the craziness, just it's its own content, bro. Like, and especially while I'm live, I don't have to worry about just being content either. Like, we're chilling. Here's the content right here. I love coming back to read the comments once they're uploaded, because if you use StreamYard, it takes a little bit longer. I'm gonna have a field day with this shit. You know how many cigarettes I'm gonna smoke reading it?
Israel ain't gonna let that shit happen again that happened to him before. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen.
Hell the fuck no, it ain't, son.
So, yeah, I mean, people can feel all sorts of ways about it, but they have their own money. They're gonna do their own shit. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like,
I want to add, like, let me find the individual. Salty Ed, I like your style regarding this genre, or I don't know if they're talking about us talking about politics or the war in the chat, World War III happening in the chat. But if you are cool with the political talk, please feel free to check out my community post. There's a live that I did last night. It's literally how I got started into streaming, where I did an actually professional podcast in a studio for a few years with a couple of my friends. One of them is like a brother to the end. Please feel free to check that out or subscribe, because that's going to be a weekly thing. This is more of my niche. Before Upchurch discovered me and I found myself forever indebted and had to be a little simp for 4 months, I was into the political shit for days, and I love it. So yeah, by all means, feel free if you feel that you can rock with that. But they can barely handle the chill conversations now. Like,
yeah, I'll skip that channel. You already know why.
oh yeah, I know, G. That shit, man. I'm sorry about that. That was also like during our outs, and yeah, but it's all good. No worries. Right, I'll check you out. You know, two protects one. See, yeah, there's so much. There's a whole separate channel in the chat. Anybody like, man, I'm feeling chill and all that. Like, I don't mind going a bit longer, but I'm gonna pull the boo-hoo. I have work in the morning. I have that whole living and the life outside of these YouTube
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, you don't have to tell them. Like, I know we wouldn't. You never have to fear about clarifying. I'm just saying in general. Like, I'm gonna have to whapping it up soon.
Whapping it up soon.
Yeah, because I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning to do my stupid drive. Yeah,
it's been great though. This has been great, man. This has been great though.
This is some real nostalgic shit, man. Like,
yeah, I miss every single one of you motherfuckers, bro.
For real. And do you? All right, little pop quiz. Do you remember? I'll check that out, Salty Ed. Do you guys remember some of the original people to pop up on this panel, like when it first came out? What was her name? Jessica Patetis.
Yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
She came off at first like she was all super sweet, but she couldn't shut up.
That's a whole rabbit hole right there. That's a whole rabbit hole.
And believe it or not, he hates me to the core now. I give no flying shits, but the truth be the truth here. Ismic was one of the first people to pop up on this panel too. It's like the moment I got that Creek Squad clout, he was like, "Oh shit, better get there." And last time I was in a chat that he was like, "Hey man, how's doing drunken? How does it feel to be drunk, bro, all the time?" I'm like, no, I don't do that. Hope you're good. God bless. And after a while, he just stopped. Scuba Sam Remember her?
Scuba Sam. Yep. Well, she was on that first panel I was on. Her, she fouls you, and Scuba. Yep. Scuba Sam. Yep.
Is she okay? Is she alive?
I've not heard.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure these people are alive and well.
I don't know, man. Last year, I went to 8 funerals, which is just that's a product of, I guess, the element I hung out with in the past. I mean, not all of them were. There was ODs, there was illegal unalive murder, and then there's cancer and stuff like that. But that shit woke me the hell up for sure. I think that was one of the final nails where I that's where I decided to quit drinking, and that it's one day at a time. But I'm on the 6th month here. I had an app that would help me keep track of it, and it's the first time I've been working the steps.
Hey, John B. Slimer, what's up, brother?
No shit.
I kind of put my, I kind of told a couple people about this.
That's
John,
cool.
John B. Slimer's in here. Katie's in
Is he? Is he? What's up, dude? What's up?
Yeah.
I seen your content, man.
Yeah,
He's
he's a god. He's a fucking. I'm not content. He's a mother. He does that shit better than nobody else.
Sorry, to detract for a moment. I feel like he does that a lot. TOC tells people, he said, "Yeah, dude, that's just the position of that particular the crack squadians. I'm not gonna avoid it. There is true Creek Squad, like Tennessee Royalty, I believe, is Creek Squad, man. Like he's loyal, he represents, and I think he'll call out the bullshit when he sees it. But then you have the blind ride or dies that will just they'll glaze and get offended if you dare break their barrier, and that's the one TOC and I are referring to, has been in that camp for a long time now, and I don't think that's a big feat. It's not a flex, or if they think it is, it's not the flex they think it is. But hey, it's confident.
Is C-File still in existence?
I think he got a phone call, so he had a dip.
Okay.
He had to dip out.
Okay.
If I had some gummies, maybe, but hey, I'm glad you remember that time that I was drunk and high on good old Rusty's panel. Dude, my past is my past, and I'm happy to talk about it, even make fun of myself. That shit was hilarious, was it not? From the outside looking in, learned from it. If that's something you want to like obsess on, your prerogative, and good for you. I hope you watch it every day in your head, or even if it's available, go ahead. What the fuck do I care? What's up, Simpin? Ain't easy, bro. We really need some strong, independent women around All Med and Crack Squad. Yo, speaking the truth, man. I really wish that this was a more positive environment, that I would feel comfortable introducing the girl I've been seeing. She's gorgeous. She's a goddess, but she has seen what happened with my ex, and I'm not even.
You got a chica now?
I will send you a picture, yes, but I don't want like that because I know how these motherfuckers play, bro.
Yeah.
And let them stick with their narrative. It plays in more in their favor. It plays in my favor if they think they know it all, and that speaks in volumes of how they operate.
2000 back in existence. He's back.
Yeah, what'd I miss?
Oh, we just talked mad shit about you.
Nice.
Ran your name through the mud. Yeah, we pretty much discredited you, burned every bridge that you have in existence, and we're actually ashamed that you felt you could show your face here anymore.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell?
Oh, in the chat, and World War III happened in the chat, and it was awesome to watch.
Yeah, World War III.
Well, I'm gonna spend the next year and a half making videos about how I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfectly productive way to handle your business, son. I think that you should go on IG and make like 20 different clips of crying about somebody else. I think that's the best way to prove you're a man.
Okay, is that gonna make me super YouTube famous?
I mean, it is a path. It is one of the many paths.
Nice.
But it has to be at 3:47 a.m. Oh, I think I still have that shit, by the way. I'm gonna do. Hold on. I mean, speak freely.
I don't even have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think that's facetious. Okay, you know what? Hold on. You remember the script I read in the last live? Dude, I see why Upchurch loves ChatGPT. This is the script. No, make it a movie now. That was one of my favorite things ever. Sorry to do this out of the blue. And I was in the middle of trying to say, like, I gotta wake up early, I gotta do work in. But look at this shit. It's just writing a whole damn comic right now about Upchurch crashing out as Batman.
I got the same software with Filmora, Wondershare Filmora. It'll write you whole scripts of movies, bro. Like a whole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna hit yes. This is the most I've ever used this shit. Awesome. So let me move into a skit or animated. Okay.
Dude, I seriously, after you read that skit on your live earlier, like I want to get together at some point and legit film that. That was so good.
I know, dude. I know. All right, we got a fake trailer script. I don't like that it went with like just obligatory redneck man. I like it, but the bowl of rice thing I did. I get where it came from now. Let me briefly read just a little bit. I don't want to take the whole fucking thing up here, but all right, redneck man breakdown and Cheatham. Genre a satirical comedy, superhero parody, runtime 2 to 3 minutes. Cast narrator gritty voiceover a la Batman trailers. Ryan Upchurch / redneck man played straight unhinged energy, background fans / haters, cameos, intro dramatic music, dark screen. In a world where cell signal is scarce but opinions are unlimited, cut to shaky iPhone footage. Ryan stands shirtless in his truck bed at 3 a.m., holding a flashlight under his chin. Upchurch unblinking. I'm not crazy, y'all. They're crazy, and by they, I mean everyone who's ever disagreed with me. Slick title card from the creators of Comment Sections. Montage clips of Ryan's downfall. Red string on, so it's kind of similar to, there's a new one. Screaming at a Chick-fil-A drive-thru speaker. Spray painting the industry light on his own truck. FaceTiming himself in a mirror, whispering, "That ain't me." And here's the narrator voiceover.
That's not far from that gas mask. That's not far from the gas mask earlier.
Bro, dude, literally the one I referred to from one of the earlier panels and his IG. But man, sometimes I don't feel bad for the like. I know the true fans of his, they can hear this and not get fucking triggered. All right, so here's the last. I love the narrator voiceovers. He had fame, he had fans, he had freedom of speech. But what happens when the echo chamber becomes a prison? Damn, that's too real.
Why is it always Batman though? Why is it always Batman though?
I'm the one that. Yeah, I know. Everybody stopped existing. Okay, everybody's alive.
Stop doing that. That hurts every time. Hey!
Ow!
Okay, here we go.
Damn it!
Y'all a bunch of clowns, son. Clowns.
I know. I put a lot of work into that.
Hey, I hope you got some subscribers insurance. Damn it!
Dude, I actually decided 2 weeks ago to say I hope a lot of you motherfuckers unsubscribe because you came here for reasons that I established that were under the wrong pretense, and that is in many ways the case. So that's why I'm even more grateful to the ones that have stuck around. But okay, with that being said, see, fellas, I kind of not hate. I don't want to put it on you. How dare you get a phone call and have life outside of YouTube? What did I tell you about that? But I am bringing it to a close. It's okay, brother. I do have to wake up. Wah. But this has been amazing. I appreciate y'all. I know, Shade. You, come on, fella.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, really? You're just kidding? I have no sense of humor whatsoever. You're just kidding. Nah. We'll take a trip to the Dairy Queen, guys. We'll get you a milkshake with some gummies in them or something.
Ice cry sandwich.
Yes.
He said ice cream, bro. He said ice cream.
Damn, people are still really going at it in the chat. I can't wait to.
They're arguing.
I just can't wait to chain smoke and read this shit. Y'all gonna give me the cancer, and there's some people will be like, awesome. All right, Shade, Steve House, actions.
It's good to see all y'all. Been a while.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, this was super fun.
Let's try to let's see if we can do this a little more. But being me, I'm gonna probably pick a couple topics because I don't. The freestyle is
Oh
not
yeah,
always
no,
my
yeah,
comfort zone.
yeah, of course.
But I
We'll have to.
appreciate y'all. Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna kick all you motherfuckers out one by one with the force, bitches. Y'all take care. God bless.
Later,
You
guys.
don't exist anymore. You don't exist anymore. You get a car. Okay, I didn't actually remove them. Kick from studio. The power's going to my head. Cheatham County. Peace out, Shade. All right. And thanks for what man? You guys in the chat are wild, but God bless for real. Appreciate everybody once again. I don't mind glazing the audience every time because I am that thankful. I think humility is an important part of deciding to become some kind of public figure, even if you're irrelevant. Which, let's face it, I certainly am. But I'm having a blast at the very least, and I think that's what counts. It's everything is what you make of it. Without getting all preachy, everybody have a fantastic night. Go find the slop tube somewhere else now. Go find somebody crashing out. Let's find a locale or something, and keep sending me some music and or artist suggestions. Or if you got a movie, bro, that's my shit right there. I gotta watch the Jason Statham movie where he's a construction worker and kicking ass. I just rented that bitch. Y'all take care. Have a great night. Peace. Salute.